No comment.
Hey, welcome back to the Infamous Podcast. This is Brian.
This is Darryl.
And Darryl, this is episode 495. Gen V, Varsity Squad, or Sophomore Slump?
In parentheses, 6-7.
Skibbity toilet.
Skippity bip bop.
All right. Hey, gang. Welcome back to the show. I'm Brian.
I also mentioned I was Darryl.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Anyway, I'm just laughing because you started to talk as I hit record. I was like, oh wait, hold on, I should start talking. Anyway, so this week we're talking about some Netflix hypocrisy with Stranger Things. We're going to review the 2025 Cincinnati Comic Expo. We're going to talk about the hunt for Ben Solo, and then we're going to review season 2 of Gen V. But Darryl, first, before we do all of that, I did something today.
You did a thing?
I did a thing that had an asterisk at the end of it.
Okay.
I watched the new Avengers.
Oh, I'm like new asterisk, like new Avengers. I don't even think of that as a new Avengers.
I like no, it's the new Avengers, and you know I'm just gonna not beat around the bush. 6.8 out of 10.
Dude, that's right around where I had it.
I thought it was really good. You know, I was. It's not Bill Pullman. Is it Chad Pullman? What's his son? Bob?
Oh, Will. No. What? No. Lewis
Pullman.
Yeah.
Was an excellent century for how they did the character. Bob.
And
which
also,
he can only play Bob in movies from now on, by the way.
How hilarious is that his name is Bob here?
Yep.
And Top Gun Maverick.
Yep.
Yep.
So he can only be Bob's from now on. Anyway, yeah, I like the opening, not the opening, but like the first scene where they're all trying to kill each other when Val has sent them to just murder. I thought that was a really good fight. I kind of wish we would have seen this kind of Taskmaster in the Black Widow movie.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I still like stand by the fact that oh shoot, now I'm forgetting names. Captain America,
U.S. agent.
John Walker is one of the better characters at least male characters they've done since Endgame.
Yeah, and I told you, I think I told you, there are some parts about this movie that if you would have told me, I would have been like, that's not going to work for me, and it absolutely did. Like
Bucky riding alone on the desert highway, taking out the Humvees.
On a long desert highway.
It's like that
cool
doesn't seem like
hair.
It's gonna work, even with the cool wind in his hair. But it did, and it was really cool, and like it was a cool use of the arm. I did like the arm in the movie. Like it was a fun little prop, but it was still like a badass weapon.
Yeah, I just like the way the ending of it, or not the ending, but like that final fight, I guess you would say, with against Sentry. If you'd have just kind of like explained it, I'd be like, I don't think that's gonna work. It just kind of seems kind of cheesy. But I was in the theater like, oh man, this like got me in the feels right here. It's like You're not alone. That was awesome.
You're yeah. She was like, you're not alone, and then they're all hugging. Like, I'm trying to see. So the screenplay was written by Eric Pearson and Joanna Kahlo. So I'm guessing Joanna Kahlo wrote that last scene because that's a very like feminine ending to the movie. But it was still good. I liked it. Surprisingly, I think it's better than Fantastic Four, which I think I might have ranked Fantastic Four higher, but I definitely will watch the Thunderbolts again.
So and
then next time it's $7.99 on Apple. I'm just gonna buy it. So
yeah, Thunderbolts again. It's one of those movies that got almost because when I first saw it, you know, because I don't like giving too high a grade, especially coming out of the theater, and you know, because you know recency bias. But it like after thinking about it for a week or two, I actually bumped it up almost a full point.
Oh wow!
Because I thought it was pretty solid anyway. But like the more I thought about it, it's one of those movies for me. The more I thought about it, the more I actually liked it.
Yeah.
So I don't I it's such a different movie than Fantastic Four.
Hmm.
So I love both of them. I non-spoiler. Both of them are going to be in my top 10 for the
Yeah.
year.
It's kind
Uh,
of reminiscent of the first Guardians movie a little bit.
I can see where you're going there.
Just
Yeah,
like, I
I can
mean,
see
it's
that.
not, but I mean, it's
It
reminiscent of it.
yes, it has some of the similar beats and like from an emotional standpoint,
Yeah.
I should say.
And can we talk about Mel, Val's assistant, who I think like gets the heat check award because like she was awesome. Like when she called him and she was speaking in code and Becky didn't know what she was talking about.
Yeah,
It's like, oh wait,
yeah,
aren't you a super spy?
yeah.
Anyway, um, I think I missed something. Did he like quit Congress?
No, but based on from what I understand is that he was going to be kind of primaried or whatever,
Okay,
or
because she
it
said
was
you
kind
didn't
of
even last the first year.
yeah,
So
yeah. They don't necessarily. I mean, that was the only thing,
yeah,
but it just he was ineffective,
yeah,
so he must. No,
yeah.
never mind, I'm not going there.
Also, let's give Wyatt Russell more work.
Absolutely.
So let's give him a. Ooh, I mean, we've talked about this before, but like, because Lance Guest is an old man now. Wyatt Russell could be Alex Rogan's kid in The Last Starfighter 2. Just saying.
Oh, okay.
So we've had this conversation on like in the past. But yeah. I liked how they did Void. I really liked how they did Void. And the
Yeah.
whole effect and then the sound effect when he voided
Oh,
the people.
yes.
And like how they just like and then like the rest of the darkness, like, you know. Um I think I would
So
have picked a different character than Red Guardian though. Because you had 3 super soldiers on your team.
yeah, you
So
needed somebody else.
yeah. Like I don't know, someone else.
But
Anyway,
yeah,
but yeah, I'm shocked. I'm shocked how much I liked it.
yeah. I was especially with the way everything has been since Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
I was pleasantly surprised. Pleasantly surprised
Yep.
how much I liked it.
Oh yeah. All right. Let's move on to our first real topic of the day. So just a couple weeks ago, we were talking about Netflix is like, we're not putting our stuff in the theaters. We're gonna keep our stuff on Netflix. Well,
Well,
that's
to be
just thrown
fair,
out the window.
yeah, to be fair, that they've done this before.
They
They've
have,
done
you're
this
right.
on several
So
times. I've not gone to see any of the things
no,
that they've done this for,
yeah.
but
Well, I just think it's funny just because we talked about it, and then
right,
the Hollywood Reporter, Netflix Stranger Things series finale officially coming to theaters despite previous statements. And I guess the Duffers are defecting to Paramount after this,
yeah, that's based on that article you
um,
sent me, which I did not know that.
which is interesting because like I sent you another article about Paramount where Tyler Sheridan is going to Universal, which means Peacock.
Yes,
So it's pretty interesting the shakeups happening because I think the Double D's are still at Netflix.
yeah, they're doing Three
So
Body Problem.
yeah, that's right. That's right. They did. Did you read the book?
Yes,
I couldn't finish it.
I understand that.
Uh,
I now were you did you yeah you had it on tape you had it
yeah, I have the
on
audiobook.
audio. See,
So
that's what I did, audio, and there were moments. How far did you not finish the first book?
no, I've tried. I'm like 8 hours in.
Hmm.
So I don't know.
Second book to me is the best book. The third book is the most
Yeah.
out there, like from a sci-fi standpoint. It gets way out there, and it's to a point where it's like I don't know if I like this.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad, don't get me wrong, but
Hmm.
the second book to me is the best book.
Cool. Anyway, so season 5 coming out. So it's the screening for the final. It's the final 2 episodes. So I imagine it's gonna be like a 2-hour, just cut together. Will take place in, it says, more than 350 theaters in the U.S. and Canada, starting December 31st at 5 p.m. Pacific time, and it will run through January 1st, 2026. So you've got a little over a day to watch it.
Yeah. So I wonder if they're gonna do just say, hey, you know what? We're gonna have 2 a.m. showings.
Maybe. I mean, they
It
did it
didn't.
for Lord of the Rings.
I was about to say, I believe they did that for Star Wars too. When I say Star Wars, like Episode One,
Oh,
because
I
that was
don't,
the
yeah.
midnight showings. Yeah, I'm pretty sure because
I miss midnight showings. I mean,
I did
I'd
the
never survive a midnight showing anymore, but
not yeah. I went to see the midnight showing of that Episode One, and yes, there were actually people when leaving the theater, so they did do other showings that night,
mhm,
but a true midnight showing,
yeah.
which yes, like you said, I missed
Wait,
those.
did you go to the theaters down in Hamilton?
No, I'm trying to think of where I went to see that. I actually don't. Like, was that? Because I know that I actually don't know where I went to go see it at.
So you know how they had the theaters next to Steak, like right behind Steak and Shake, and then the other ones were behind Applebee's and Lowe's
Yeah.
across the street. So it was the ones by Steak and Shake. So we went to the midnight showing of that, and then we went again at like 11:30 in the morning.
I miss. Yes,
So
I miss those.
anyway,
I miss those. Those were awesome.
but yeah, so anyway, Stranger Things come to theaters for a very limited engagement. So I wonder if it'll be a sing along like K-pop Demon Hunters.
No,
Cool.
if they did, you imagine if they did that?
That'd be
I'd,
amazing.
that'd be
Dude,
horrible.
what if the finale's a musical like Buffy or Scrubs?
Gosh, good grief.
Anyway, all right, let's move on. Uh Cincinnati Comic Expo was blast. Andrew, the show owner, runner, CEO, whatever, really, really, really outdid himself this year, putting this together. It was called the Superman Legacy Meet and Greet, and they had people from Superman the movie 1978 all the way through the 2025 Superman movie. So it was really cool. I against my just like my normal routine, I did do a photo with Tom Welling and a photo with Erica Durance. But then I actually had them sign the press pass because it was Lois Lane. So I thought it was pretty cool to have Clark Kent and Lois Lane sign a press pass.
That is pretty cool.
I got you something cool. Um, but yeah, it was just a lot of fun. It was so in Cincinnati it's the Duke Energy Convention Center. It's our big convention center, but it's undergoing some renovations. So last year and this year it was at the Sharonville Convention Center, which is much smaller and it's out in the suburby. But I feel like they did a really, really good job because there were a lot of people there, but it never felt like packed. You know what I mean? It had a good flow. I think this year they did a much better job of having different kinds of vendors because last year it was all the like Japanime, like plushies, like every 3 booths there was one of those.
Did they
And
have
it
Pop
was
Mart?
no, because there's a Pop Mart store now.
I know. In Kenwood.
So I had to take KBO7 there the first day on opening
Oh,
day.
so does she
So
have?
yes,
Uh,
yes, she does. Just I can't tell you how disappointed I am in her. Like,
so
like
I shouldn't tell you about Jess then.
what about you? I mean, no, it's not even just that. It's just the whole anime thing. I blame you. Um,
Uh,
it's
she's a good egg.
She's a bad egg. If she got on the scale, bonk. Anyway, okay. Here's my takeaways with the Superman folks. So Superboy, Gerard, what's his name? Um, God, what is the actor's name now?
What about? Yeah, that's the one that I just.
Hold on, I'll get to it. Gerard Christopher. looks amazingly similar to Tyler Hoechlin, like in real life.
Hmm.
Tyler was as short as I thought he would be, but like still pretty cool. Brandon Routh was a lot smaller than I thought he'd be as well. Like not short, just like really just kind of like slight.
I wonder if because he wasn't that
No, I
like
know. I think he was doing like a roll. He had real long hair.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I didn't actually see Bitsy in person because she wasn't up on the floor when I walked through on Saturday, and her and Tyler were only there on Saturday.
Hmm.
Erica Durance is gorgeous, just gorgeous. So Tom Welling was super nice. Had a nice
Did you
long
ask her to
talk with
call
him.
Smallville?
Did what?
Did you ask her to call you Smallville once?
No. But I was joking around with Haley that I was gonna ask her for her number. Like, you know, so it's like like, you know, if you want like a personalized autograph, I'm like, yeah, just have her put her number down. But um but yeah, Kristen Kruk, super good looking. Laura Vandervoot still looks super good looking. But yeah, it was really fun. I had like a very brief interaction with Tim Daly, kind of like walking by. And
Hmm.
do you remember the Daily Show that he did with his son on YouTube? Where it was
No.
it was like it's short little comedy sketches that him and his son did. And there's this great one where he's freaking out about like Superman stuff. Like, and it had like Brandon Routh on and stuff like that. But Nathan Fillion shows up and throws on a Green Lantern mask and ring. And like, so they're on YouTube. And he said there's more coming. So,
Oh, okay.
which would be amazing. Like, I saw Michael Rosenbaum, but like his booth was packed. And then like he was off doing things. And then I guess they did Smallville. They did a Smallville Nights kind of event. And apparently it went off really, really, really nice. So,
Oh, that
so,
yeah, that is a
but yeah, but
pretty
tickets to
slick.
that were like $150 or something like that. I think it might have been
Uh-huh.
more. Like it was like it was to me it was cost prohibitive for what
Hmm.
the what it was.
So was that
So
like one of those Q&A on stage type things?
maybe, yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Like
Because I
like, but that would be cool.
Yeah, because I see a lot of those for Supernatural, which
Hmm.
I would love to see those two, Jensen Ackles and
Oh yeah.
Jared Padalecki, because
So,
Jensen is Soldier Boy is it's freaking hilarious.
oh yeah. And then like Tom talked a little bit about he was their grandpa on the Winchester show.
Hmm.
Because like, you know, Haley likes Supernatural and it was like, yeah, no, that's great. Like I probably talked to him for like 2 or 3 minutes. It was really cool.
I mean,
Um
she likes Supernatural, she likes anime. I
yeah.
mean,
There's
come on.
just something wrong with her. And she's like with you, she's delusional about like season 6 through 15 or something like that.
Oh my God.
Like what are you talking about? There were
No,
5 seasons.
it's
Anyway,
no, there's
anyway,
5 seasons
so
and then there's season 7 through 15.
anyway, Ryan Otley was there. I didn't get a chance to like get anything signed or anything like that from him just because
Oh, that,
his his um commission list like filled up immediately. So and I didn't realize I could have gone on Thursday to get my tickets or to get the badges and stuff. So
then you could have got on the list.
yeah,
You
I
could have made
probably
the
I might
list.
have been able to. I might have made the list. Dan Ribia and Alan Burnett and Stan Berkowitz were there. They all worked on Batman the Animated Series,
Hmm.
Justice League Unlimited, and Batman Beyond. So that was cool. Howard Chaykin was there again. Andy Bennett was there. So like it was a great mix. Like for the first time in a long time, it felt like there was a good mix of comic creators. I like that it was a themed celebrity thing
Hmm.
with all of the Superman people.
Instead of kind of
And
like random.
well, yeah, like a lot of times they'll have like a few Star Wars people, and like they always have freaking
But
Lord of the
this,
Rings people.
yeah.
Not that I mind, but it's like when it's the same people all the time. But yeah, no, this was cool, and I think it worked really well for the event space.
Yeah.
You know what I would think would be really cool, and I know that it's just they couldn't do this for the cost, but if they would do it at the Union Terminal,
That
like
would be
Cincinnati Comic Expo at
incredible.
the Hall of
Yeah.
Justice, that would be
Yeah.
sick. So, but yeah. Anyway, so next year, like you should go. Everyone local should go. Like if you live within like 4 hour
Is it going to
drive,
be
you
a
should
chair?
go.
Is it going to be the same one, or is it going to
No, it's gonna be
be?
back down at Duke. So
Okay, so I wasn't sure if Duke was fully renovated by then. Or
yeah,
not.
it should be. It's supposed to be. Anyway, all right. Let's move on to our next story. Uh, I had heard rumors about this that it was a thing, but I didn't know it like got to a script. I had no idea Steven Soderbergh was involved with this, but Adam Driver pitched the Hunt for Ben Solo, and Disney said no. It says here the film would have taken place after the events of Rise of Skywalker and followed Driver's Kylo Ren, aka Ben Solo, on a search for redemption. Soderbergh roughed out a story with Logan Lucky screenwriter Rebecca Blunt. If you have not seen Logan Lucky,
Yes.
press pause, go watch it, come back.
Oh,
Send us a
movie.
note and tell us thank you.
Yes.
So Scott C. Burns later joined to pen the script. And it says here, this is from Driver, I always was interested in doing another Star Wars. I had been talking about doing another one since 2021. Kathleen had reached out. I always said, with a great director and a great story, I'd be there in a second. I loved that character and I loved playing him.
So,
sorry.
he said he wanted to do more.
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 Anyway, Driver described the film as handmade and character driven, comparing it to the 1980s Empire Strikes Back. The White Noise star said that the film is the standard of what Star Wars movies should be. Soderbergh and Driver pitched The Hunt for Ben Solo to Kathleen Kennedy, Dave Filoni, and Carrie Beck at Lucasfilm, who loved the idea. However, when they took the script over to Disney, they were shut down. I'll tell you why. Because Ben Solo is not a Disney princess, and Disney is not interested in making things for their boy brand.
Facts. This is absolutely true.
So
because
because
without a shadow of a doubt, he was the best thing.
Oh, he was the best thing.
They had a potential perfect character arc with Finn, but then they just turned him into a guy screaming Rey all the time.
Right.
And they completely undercut what he could have been.
Getting sexually assaulted by Rose Tico.
Yeah, like
that was not a consensual kiss, Rose. That was not a consensual kiss.
Yeah.
Plus, you wrecked into him. You tried to kill him first, and then you're like, "Ooh, let me put my tongue in your mouth." Anyway, all right. So here, real quick, he said, "We presented the script to Lucasfilm. They loved the idea. They totally understood our angle and why we were doing it. We took it to Bob Iger and Alan Bergman, and they said no. They didn't see how Ben Solo was alive, and that was that. I don't know. Maybe somehow he survived."
So they didn't see how Ben Solo was alive, but they could see how Luke Skywalker just completely abandoned everything he loved and everything that was dear to him for 20 plus years.
And just Palpatine, somehow he's returned.
Like bullshit like that.
Yeah.
Like, anyway, yes.
These people should not be allowed to be in charge of Star Wars. Plain and simple.
No.
It sounds like? We need to give Steven Soderbergh and Adam Driver the keys to Star Wars and tell Favreau, thank you for what you tried to do so far. Dave Filoni, you can see yourself out and fuck right off. And yeah. Anyway. So
there was a lot of emotion in that.
Yeah. Soderbergh told the AP of the experience, I really enjoyed making the movie in my head. I'm just sorry the fans won't get to see it. Driver agreed, calling the project one of the coolest expletives, so I'm going to say fucking, scripts I've ever been a part of. Driver debuted as Kylo Ren in 2015's Force Awakens and reprised the role in the 2017 movie that shall not be named and the 2019 also movie that shall not be named. Anyway, this is a huge miss. Like, I feel like after what Disney did to Tron, see, there's a lot of emotion there. They owe us one. They owe us a make good on a cool character. Also, real quick, just about Tron Ares. For all you dipshits, Ares is not Tron. He was written by Dillinger. Quit being fuckwads.
But people thought that Ares was
There
supposed
is
to
a
be Tron.
whole thing on Reddit about how he's Tron. It's like different program. Tron turned into Rizzler when he got hacked by Clue and then came back at the end, and we never got to see him again. And apparently, Garrett Hedlund turned the movie down because he read the script and he's like, no.
Probably because it was going to make him to be a jackass or something
Right.
like that.
Right. So, yeah. See, Disney, this is why we can't have nice things. This is why you shouldn't have any boy brands. You should divest from all of them immediately. Darryl and I will give you $300 for Star Wars, Marvel, The Last Starfighter, Predator.
I will actually
Alien,
up that to 900.
$900 each. And what else? What else do we want? We need Marvel back. We need Star Wars back. We need Tron back. Oh, Indiana Jones. We need that back.
Oh God, yes.
We will graciously let you keep. Or you could just have Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah, you can have that.
You can have Ghostbusters now. We will give you James Gunn back. I mean, offer $1,800. This is a very fair deal.
That's better than losing $42 million.
You are giving us damaged goods that you damaged yourselves. And one of those franchises, Tron, you just never believed in. Can't even believe you made 3 movies.
I can't believe they
2
made
of which
3.
are amazing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, yeah, Paramount. Don't put Jared Leto in the Transformers movies. Please don't.
That Evan Williams guy one about Jared Leto, Hollywood.
Yeah. Everything
Keanu Reeves.
was. I replied with the little throwing up emoji.
Oh, I didn't.
So,
I didn't see.
Okay. Yeah.
Keanu Reeves, get out of here! You're fired. Pedro Pascal.
Yeah. Anyway.
But
look,
yeah.
here's the thing. I think if Jared Leto would like cut his hair and like look different and like get into the role, like when he was in the Dallas Buyers Club, like he deservedly, I think he won the Oscar. Like he definitely got nominated, deservedly so, because he did like great acting. But like then he was a Joker.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. Honestly, for me, I think he is a really good actor.
I think
but
he
there
can
are times
be a really good actor.
Well, there are times where it seems like he mails it in, like more often recently than not. But I've seen stuff in the past where I'm like, dude, this guy can act.
Like that movie, The Little Things with Rami Malek and Denzel.
Oh yeah, he was
like
in that.
He's good in that, right? But
yeah,
he looks just like Dr. Michael Morbius, who looks just like Ares. So what's going on here, dude?
Who looks just like Jared Leto.
What's going on here, Jared? Let's unpack your inability to cut your hair, or apparently condition your hair, or shower. So yeah, the Hunt for Ben Solo. It seems like a really cool idea, right? They can have their precious little Rey in there, and then the other thing, Leslie Headland said, not Darth Shitlocks. Who's the other the bad guy who was the dark side wielder?
Oh, in
the Acolyte.
An Acolyte. I just remember him from
the guy from The Good Place.
Blake Bortles.
Yeah,
Blake Bortles.
Blake Bortles. Apparently, he's the initial Knight of Ren. So, according to Leslie Headland, but luckily they've taken Star Wars away from that idiot. Yeah. So,
dude, it took me a minute to recall who the hell she was. Like my brain, kind of deleted. Like
you should
any
never
memory
forget
of her.
who she is. She was Harvey Weinstein's assistant.
Oh yeah.
No one should ever forget that. Anyway, all right. let's move on to our last topic. We're like busting through today. We're just all right. So we've already talked about some of Gen V, but we're just gonna start over. Gen V season 2. This season picked up right in the wake of The Boys season 4. So like the whole like wider universe upheaval, the supes, the starlighters, all that stuff. Humans versus supes is like kind of mounting throughout the whole series. They've gotten rid of almost all of the human administrators. They're all supes mostly running the school now. Godolkin. It's just a fun word to say.
Godolkin.
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 What's going on there? I don't know. It's just a Godolkin kind of day. I can't believe you Godolkin that so bad. Oh man, did you see that Godolkin? That girl has a Godolkin.
That's
What?
it's a Godolkin.
Godolkin. We should just start using Godolkin like Smurf. Anyway, so some time has passed though since the finale, or season 1 finale. Marie's on the run. Andre is dead. The rest of them are just getting out of the meadow, or what's it called?
Really? I've heard it so many times, but yeah, that basically prison for
Yeah, the
soups,
prison for
where
soups.
they do, where they run experiments. It's not even just a prison though. It's like they run experiments
Yeah,
on them
it's
as
basically
well.
a torture cell. I liked the addition of Hamish Linklater as Cipher, aka Doug.
Okay, Doug.
My name is Doug. Anyway, by the way, spoilers. So I think they really handled Chance Perdomo's death
Hmm.
really well. They were super respectful of him. They didn't recast him, obviously, but they gave him an off-screen hero's exit from the show. But like, it wasn't just a one and done mention. I mean, it
That's
was
what I appreciated.
it
Yeah.
was really well handled. And like, again, Disney, for $1,800 we can fix Marvel, because we would have immediately recast Chadwick Boseman,
Yeah.
with Denzel Washington's son,
And this is the
John Taylor
thing with the
Washington.
difference between this and Wakanda Forever. You felt, excuse me, you felt Andre's death
Oh yeah,
throughout this
the whole
season.
season. Yeah,
Like every character that was affected, and there are multiple moments. And while I thought Wakanda Forever was better, it was better than I expected. It still wasn't good. Don't get me wrong. Talking about his death was basically a throwaway.
yeah,
And it did not do, yes, there was an emotional moment in the beginning, and his funeral and stuff, but it felt like an afterthought, while
hmm,
this felt more like the writers were actually, what, we need to honor him as, his character
yeah.
and what he brought to the screen, and what, what he did in life. And you felt it. I
Right.
felt it throughout this season.
And I think too, like with the seminar, the fight club that they had, it would have been really interesting to see Andre as a part of that. And you could tell, like, especially with Jordan and Marie when they were in there, like they were thinking about him,
Hmm.
and like he should be here with us. I will say, like, I really liked Marie's story this time, because like she teetered on the edge of like crossing crossing the line, right? Um but at the end she didn't. And I thought that was really, I really liked her character, because like she started on the run, she left everybody behind, And then she realized, oh, I can't actually do this on my own, even though, I'm one of two god tier supes on the planet. Which I am kind of excited to see her versus Homelander.
Well, honestly, it
Because I think Homelander's just going to mop the floor with her.
well, that's all lasers. She's done, or like Superman hitting Batman from the sky.
Yeah.
Like you can't do anything about it.
So,
But I, I one of the things I told you today, and my issue with this, other than the constant like body humor that just does it, like dude has a bunghole that is
that's the rating.
hmm?
What's with the frat guy in his butt?
That's the what?
That's the rating. That's what you gave out of 10.
So yeah, so like
Yeah.
like just some of the stuff, the woman that's a B that, and again, I don't.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff could have absolutely
Well,
been
the woman that was a
characters.
bee was really funny because if she stings someone, she dies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it
So,
just does, like, for me though. Like,
yeah,
again, I'm just saying, like, from
sure.
that would be something that if you see in the comics, I think it would work better. Like,
Agreed.
that was
Agreed. But
just disgusting.
yeah,
But
but
I had a hard time caring about these characters, except, and there were exceptions, because number one, and I think we both said it when we watched season one, that Andre was both our favorite
oh
character in
yeah,
season
Andre
one.
was awesome.
Like, I loved him.
So
It's sad that it's so young and passing the way
yeah,
he did.
yep.
Uh, and you mentioned when we were talking, Kate actually has a very good arc.
The Kate
Yeah,
was the best character this season
yeah.
because
I really liked her arc.
how like her progression from season 1 to like
Right.
the queen
Yeah.
bee of Godolkin University in the top 10 to turncoat, turned on her friends, turned on her boyfriend, or well, her boyfriend's best friend who she was sleeping with, to a now crippled handicapped soup. Like
Mhm.
when she found Jordan and Marie and Emma at that gas station and they attacked her, they maimed her.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
she lost part of one of her arms, she lost her powers because she had traumatic brain injury, like all of this stuff that happened, and it was like she was like a kicked
It,
puppy for like
yeah.
part of the season, but then she was like she wasn't scheming. She was trying to earn the trust of her
Yeah.
friends back.
And one of the things I do like, even though, like, you were talking about Marie's arc, like, it took her far too long, and this is where I will, even though I didn't like it, but at the same time, it showed there was a lot of humanity in the sense of, these heroes, quote unquote,
Mm-hmm.
just screwing up,
Yep.
making bad decisions, which, again, because they're not really heroes, they're heroes in training,
Yeah.
I should say. This is like, Sky High, and
Much more
which,
violent.
yes, yes, I love that movie.
Yes. You only
But
love it because James Holden is War and Peace.
he's reminds me of Todoroki from My Hero Academia a
No,
little
no.
bit. But
Steven Strait plays War and Peace
oh,
in
dude,
Sky
I
High.
know. I said
Okay. Okay.
his character reminds me a little
Okay.
of
Sorry. My bad.
Todoroki.
My bad. My bad. So.
But so that's one of the things I do like, is that because there were times I was extremely frustrated, especially with Marie, and some of her, holier than thou, appeared to be holier than thou,
Mhm.
but it was also more like, an individual who is getting all this information about how strong she is and doesn't want to believe it, and still carrying the guilt of killing her parents.
Mhm. And she's looking for her sister, and
Yeah.
like I just I don't know. I thought I thought Marie was much more interesting this season than last, because last season
Oh,
she was kind of like, woe is me. Oh wait, I'm
yeah.
powerful, blah blah blah. And like now she's like, I'm powerful. I'm a bad bitch, as the kids say.
I will say
Um
this: the
yeah.
one thing I did not like is she took a moment from Polaris, who,
Mhm.
for me, I really liked his arc too, because again,
Polarity.
going back. Polarity,
Yeah.
Polaris. We're not talking about X-Men
No.
or X Factor. Um, and he absolutely, as the father of Andre, he, seeing throughout this series, this season, the pain he has from losing his son. I mean, he was one of the reasons that Andre's death felt so
Hmm.
real and felt so lived in instead of just like, paying tribute to the actor
Right.
and character in the
Yeah.
beginning and then not mentioning it again. When they face Godolkin,
Hmm.
which I thought was pretty cool, by the
Hmm.
way.
Right.
That I really like that, that final fight, even though, again, as we mentioned, the Godolkin thing, it just felt it was really cool, but at the same time, the resolution of it was a little too quick for my taste.
Hmm.
That's a little, that could be a nitpick if you want, but I thought that based on what he was responsible for, it wasn't Marie's, it wasn't her place to do what she did versus Polarity. And yes, she does say for Andre, but I much would have rather had, Polarity do what he did, he
Hmm.
could have done instead of her. And again,
Yeah.
that could be a nitpick, but just for me, like, watching that, I was like, dude, that's kind of his moment right there.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. I get what you're saying. But yeah,
But they just wanted the head explosion. That's
yeah,
what they
I
wanted. They wanted
mean,
scanners.
yeah, they wanted scanners or Eraserhead, or the first 3 seasons of The Boys. Um, so I did like that Gus Fring showed back up.
Yeah. And
Um,
then he disappeared.
well, yeah, I mean he's in his
I want,
bunker because they remember
yeah.
they ran away. So like they ran away from him. He didn't disappear,
Well,
and
well,
then
what I'm saying is,
Victoria's daughter,
yeah,
like
which everybody likes the tentacles, man.
dude, when she showed up, I was like, what's gonna happen with this Viking dude?
Yeah, I know. Because it just spaced on me who she was at first.
Oh, see, I recognized her, but I forgot what her power was.
Oh, okay.
So I forgot she had the Medusa tentacles in her mouth.
And then, yeah,
So,
when that happened, I was like, oh, yeah, that's her daughter.
but
That's who that is. Yeah.
because at first I was like, where'd the snake come from? Oh, wait a second. um, but no, Stan Edgar coming back was awesome. Anytime Giancarlo Esposito
Mhm.
is on a show, it's almost always gold. Um, like when he showed up, I just texted you like all caps Giancarlo
Yeah,
Esposito,
right.
and you're like, context.
Yeah.
So, but no, and I liked his explanation of like what led to more understanding about the Odessa project and how we found out she was a Godolkin tier superhero, and then her ability to resurrect her sister. Like, if Marie was not a good person, she would just go around and charge people to bring their loved ones back to life. You know why I say that? Because that is what I would do. Oh, your dog
Dude,
died? Here, give me $5,000.
dude, haven't we learned from Buffy and Spider-Man to talk about Spider-Man? Action is his reward.
Yeah. You know what my reward is going to be? A money vault like Scrooge McDuck that I can swim in.
With gold.
No, not with gold, because like I don't have the right proper oils on my skin like ducks have on their leaves to be able to swim through gold.
Oh.
So anyway, um, but no, and then her sister Annabeth was back, and it turns out she's the worst precog ever. So, uh, but it was, I don't know. I really I know you had more trouble with the season than I did. I was kind of all in from the start. Like I am, but also I haven't been watching like all of the superhero stuff lately. I've kind of
So
not.
my
So
my issue with the boys, and when I say the boy, even though I like the boy, I didn't like season 4 at all.
no, season 4
But
never
uh,
happened.
but in general, I like the idea, but it goes overboard
Yeah.
with not just the humor and the crassness, because some of the crassness is actually pretty hilarious,
Yeah.
but this constant uh and again, I think you're the one that you've told me this, that Kirkman hates superheroes. Uh
No,
this
I've
constant
never said that.
I thought you did. Like
No, I
like
don't think
somebody
Kirk. I don't think. Oh, Kripke. Kripke hates
Kripke.
superheroes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
yeah.
gonna. No, I was like Robert Kirkman wrote maybe the
Yeah,
greatest superhero comic book of
Kripke.
all
Yeah.
time. No,
Yeah.
Kripke definitely hates
Yeah.
heroes just in general. Like
Heroes. Yeah.
like the Winchesters are not heroes. Neither one of them are good people.
I would definitely disagree with that.
They are monsters.
But
One of
anyway,
them
like
was
going
literally Satan.
yeah. But what like the whole hero thing and
Well, it's like
I
anything. It's the hero's journey. They just don't know what
yeah,
it
and
is
and
anymore.
it's again, it's the whole this whole new age thing. When I say new age, for the past like decade or so, about the deconstruction and the anti-hero. Yes, there is room for somebody like a Deadpool, somebody like a Wolverine or Stone Cold
Hmm.
Steve Austin. But when you continually do that for everyone, honestly, this is a wrestling little nitpick of mine. I love Cody Rhodes. And
Don't you dare say
but the
something negative about our
yeah,
Lord and Savior,
I
Cody
will
Rhodes.
absolutely say that. And again, this could be long form storytelling with Cody Rhodes, so he could be an exception. But I'm talking about when the good guys or the faces do
Mhm.
the same thing that the heels do, and
Well, that's because
you're
he's
supposed to be
slowly
above that.
turning heel.
Well, that's fine.
He's
But what I'm
not
saying
above that because he's
it's the
actually heel.
it's the general idea that the heroes do the same thing that the villains
Yeah, I get
or
that.
the
So,
I don't like that.
so
And yeah,
here's the
like I
Cody
said,
thing for you.
there's room for that.
Yeah.
There's room for people like the Punisher. There's
Hmm.
absolutely room for those characters because you need those characters.
Yeah. Again,
But you
villain.
also need the Steve Rogers. You
Yeah.
also need the idea of Superman, you
Yeah.
know?
The Scott
Uh
Summers of the world, the Dick Graysons.
so but that's what the boys doesn't do
No.
for me.
Well, there's no one on the
Or this
boys. That's
world.
no one on
This
the
world
boys
I
is an
should say.
actual hero. Well, yeah, I'll agree with that.
So that's the thing I get tired of. I think and this kind of continually perpetuates that in a way. Thankfully, though, because they're soups in training,
Mhm.
they haven't gone full out in that way. There's still you can still see some of the light in
Yeah,
some of these
they don't
characters.
have
That's
the
what
absolute power, so they haven't been absolutely corrupted.
right. So
So
again, that's one of my issues with these type of shows and some of the things they try to do with the whole anti-hero thing.
yeah,
It's like because they don't know how to write heroes. That's what I really think. And like you said, the hero's journey and all that.
yeah.
With that said, there was some really good stuff in this season.
I thought there was a great
I
villain in this season, an actual villain.
Yeah, yes, and I the kind of the mystery surrounding him,
Hmm.
Cipher, and the way
Yeah,
they did that, um, I thought was very well done. I mean, I kind of knew, kind of knew after a minute of seeing that was episode 4 when he's
yeah.
changing the burn
Oh,
guys. Like, oh
when
yeah,
he's bathing him and having sex with Sister Sage in front of him.
right.
That was just weird. Um, who thought you could cuck yourself?
Yeah, pretty
Anyway,
much.
anyway, I just thought of that. I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, I mean, now that I
He
think about it,
just
yeah.
cucked himself. Anyway, no, but like when they brought him, when Murray brought him back to full strength, um, I thought it was cool because like it wasn't just the burns. Like he's evil underneath. He's ugly underneath, right?
Mhm.
Because his skin would bubble and it wouldn't heal
Right.
when he was like controlling, like pushing his powers. I thought that was a
And
really nice touch.
I like that, but you only get it that one episode, and it almost
Yeah,
it's like full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
yeah,
Because if they would have had an extra episode, or if they would have introduced this aspect of him earlier on, you could have seen that corruption throughout, for the last episode and a half.
Well,
Instead, we get it for like 15
I
minutes.
think to your point too about polarity, like they shouldn't have killed Godolkin. Godolkin
Hmm.
should have been a bad guy in the boys as well. Like, how do you
Yeah.
control him? How do you stop him? How would Homelander stop Godolkin from controlling him?
Well, yeah, and that was the thing where it's like,
So,
could he? Because I don't know. I mean, Polarity was the only one that
well, it
was
was just
able
because
to
the
do that.
nature of his electrical
Have,
powers, and yeah,
which is that was I really like that explanation. That
yeah,
was
that
pretty
was
cool.
great. It wasn't like, oh, it's because my powers preclude me. Because you would have thought if anyone could have, like, it was Emma, or not Emma, sorry, Kate, who would be able. And I think Kate
Right.
had some limited willpower when it came to that. I also thought it
Hmm.
was interesting when her Kate's powers were broken and
Hmm.
she'd tell somebody to do something, they would immediately kill themselves.
Yes. Or take a guard gnome against this will.
Well, yes, there was that. But yeah, I don't know. I like this. I don't know if I like this as much as the first season. I definitely like parts of this better than the first season. I will say the
Well,
finale. Oh, sorry, good.
Well, no, I agree. Where I was going to say, yeah, there are parts of this where there's some better character arcs, and again, I might not have warmed to her, but I don't think there's any doubt that Marie was more interesting character this season
Yeah.
from her story arc standpoint than what we got from season one.
I liked her relationship with Jordan. Um because I found it really interesting because she accepted both sides of Jordan, but she was in love with the male version and the female version was her best friend.
Right.
Like it was just such an interesting dichotomy and but Jordan didn't like it didn't matter which version of Jordan it was. They loved Marie.
Yeah, and I find it hilarious to me that, hilarious that so much of the stuff that they put in shows and movies with, sex and stuff, and it just pandering. And I thought, again, even that I like when I first saw this character in episode one of last, season one, I kind of rolled my eyes until I saw the depth. And this is, again, when you talk about writing female characters, when you talk about writing, a character, what did Jordan say? Like, I'm bi gender or gender, like I don't remember how
Yeah.
what the term was that they used, but this is how you do a character like this.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like it was just a stamp to have a character like this. It was actually a thought out character
Mhm.
with, from head to toe, both sides, and doing things where, the one aspect of the character when it was male would be this regard, and not
Yeah.
just the power standpoint, which I actually liked how Jordan would go back and forth, depending on the situation
Right.
to use, that
Well, that
specific
was
power.
kind of like Monel in Legion of Superheroes. You know,
Hmm.
like um, he's a Daxamite, so he could only use one power at a time. So he had a Legion flight ring, so he could always fly, and he didn't have to like waste that as a power. But
Hmm.
like he'd be like super strength, you know. So was it Monel? I think it was Monel. Anyway, but yeah, it's no, I agree with you. And I think the other fun thing is they made Jordan the as the season went on, it was kind of hard to tell like is it the boy or the girl because the haircut this year. Because last year
Yeah.
the boy version had like a nice coiffed hair, and then the girl version had
Hmm.
the slicked back hair. But this year they both
Yeah.
had long hair, and I don't know if that was just because it was easier to shoot or what, but I just found it kind of funny because I'd be like, oh wait, okay,
Yeah.
it's
Because
this.
they got two actors that look very
Well,
similar.
yeah,
Like,
and like because it's like wait, oh okay, she shot the blast, cool, okay, like, but it
yeah.
was kind of it was fun too to keep up, but
Right.
I did like also how they dressed Jordan because it wasn't androgynous, but it wasn't feminine. You know, it was the
There are
leather
a couple
jacket
times.
and the jeans,
Yeah.
and yeah.
There were a couple times where you had Jordan, the male
Mhm.
version, and the like the knitted sweater
Yeah,
that just didn't look right on a dude.
right. So it was funny. It was funny. I don't know. I do like this show, and I will say this. I think season 1 of Gen V was better than season 1 of The Boys. Um, I don't think either of them hold up. Like season 3 was the best season of The Boys.
Yes. Oh yeah.
But I think this was better than season 2 of The Boys, in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So anyway. All right. So ratings for out of 10. What's with the frat guy in his butt? Like
The singularity. Yeah, that's
right.
what it was.
The buttularity.
Oh my god. I was like, come on, guys.
All right.
Just
So out of 10, what do you give season 2 of Gen V?
I give it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Again, like there were parts of it that I just couldn't connect with the characters, even if I thought they had interesting arcs.
Mm-hmm.
But still, I thought it was for the most part, a well done show where there are a couple narrative things that I think they could have done a better job in or expounded upon. But overall, I thought it was a pretty good show. Pretty good season.
Yep. I went 791, almost an 8. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I got to the point where I had to wait each week after the first 3 episodes. I never had a chance to just binge a few episodes in a row until or after the third week. So I was like, come on, Tuesday, get here. I want to watch it Wednesday when I get home from work. So, and I did watch most of these episodes twice, actually.
See, I didn't watch any twice, but
well,
I think
to be fair, it was on our show notes several times to talk about. And then
well,
oh wait, hold on.
Yeah.
So anyway,
so I think it helped me. What it helped is, I had issues with the first episode, not because it was bad, just because of, again, not feeling it. But as I went along, and I think what helped me is that I did watch a couple back to back, multiple occasions, and it kind of got me into a flow of watching the show. And yes, there were moments where I'm like, dude, come on.
It was a really cohesive story though throughout the whole season. It was 7 episodes. I'm gonna say killer, but it was 7 episodes of killer, no filler. There wasn't a single filler episode. Now there were filler storylines.
There were filler storyline. There were filler scenes, but there wasn't an episode where it was like we could have done without.
But
that
the coffee shop girl was kind of filler, right? But that led
did lead
to something for Emma. So
yeah.
Anyway, all right. Anything else?
No. Not anything.
Let's just prayers up for Cam Scadaboo. Those filthy Philadelphia Pigeons just went ahead and took him out with an illegal hip drop tackle in the middle of the field. So yeah, that sucks.
That really sucks, man.
And also prayers up for Jey Uso, yeet, to beat CTE Phil on Saturday night during Saturday night's main event.
Please.
So, although I do believe neither of them should be in the championship picture, nor should LA Knight, for all you dipshits on Reddit who are like, LA Knight's good at championship shot. He's amazing. It's like, he can't really talk and he can't wrestle. So,
well, I think he talks well, but again, it's the guy who talks at the same volume.
Yeah.
You have to vary your volume. Yeah. No matter what you're doing, or it just gets to the point of it's the same thing. And that's where because I think he has some good takes and good promos, but they're all the same.
Yeah.
You have to. He doesn't know how to vary it.
No. And I just don't like him. I didn't like him.
I know.
Drake Maverick. Anyway, or Eli Drake, sorry. Yeah, so, well, that being said, we will be back next week. I don't know, what are we talking about next week? We'll figure it out.
There'll be some. I was about to say there'll be something.
There's
There'll
something.
Absolutely be something. Yeah, there's always
news.
something out there.
Maybe we could.
How about Last Samurai Standing? Maybe. I can't wait to watch that.
What?
Last Samurai Standing. It's this Asian cinema movie. I don't know if it's movie or show on Netflix, but
Oh,
it's basically like think Battle Royal with just a bunch of
oh,
samurai.
I'm down.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'll have to add that to the list and watch it this week. Anyway, so we're gonna do that. I want to give a shout out to our new listener, Mike, who tells us we need to have a more epic sign off rather just than saying later and bye. So, Mike, this one's for you. The Infamous Podcast is recorded in Kings Mills, Ohio, just north of Cincinnati. You can find new episodes every Sunday on Apple Podcast, YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcast, our website, or anywhere podcasts are downloaded. This show is hosted by Darryl Jasper and me, Brian Tudor. To find more information about the show, visit us at infamouspodcast.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Infamous Podcast to keep up with the show. We also have a Patreon page, patreon.com/infamouspodcast. We have some great rewards for our patrons and are looking for help to grow the show to bring you more of the content you want to hear. Music for this podcast is provided by Michael Henry from meetmichaelhenry.com. So, whenever you're listening to us, have a great day, night, evening, weekend, whenever it is, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for listening.